well composed on camera as an analyst and everything. America's looking for a new superstar in boxing. Floyd Mayweather retired. The public's kind of reluctant to embrace Andre Ward as that figure. With a win or even a solid performance in this fight, do you think you instantly become that figure?
I don't really know too much about, what America needs as far as what they're looking for. I just know that I can only be me, and I'm a gentleman. I make sure I carry myself accordingly because I have a 8-year-old son who's looking on, so I give the world who I am. And if they embrace that, I'm fortunate for it, I'm happy for it. But at the same time, I live. My grandmother always told me when I was growing up, when you outside in the world, you're not just representing you, but you're representing your family as well. So make sure you're out there acting right. So that's what I always live by. And I just try my best to be the best person I could be. And if America grabs onto it, I'm fortunate for that.
Daniel, you've emphasized the mental part of the game. I heard you talk about getting your mental game right yesterday.
Yes, ma'am.
And again today, you've mentioned the mental game. How does a boxer go about prepping their mental game? What's the mental workout like?
Mental workout. It consists of so many different things, but fortunate enough for me, through my challenges outside of the ring, me battling cancer and, being told I could never box again from the doctors, having to learn how to walk again. And through that mental battle when I had my back against the wall was that physical, mental growth that I had for those 2 years that I was outside of boxing. And I think that kind of crossed over and allowed me to really be focused and have that mental strength against any opponent. Because if you face cancer and you go through all the things and trials and tribulations that I did outside the ring, you don't fear any man. You don't fear any great challenge because the greatest challenge is already won.
How do you call upon that now then in the heat of the moment on March 18th?
Well, you just have to understand that when you're back against the wall, you're going to perform and you're going to soar, you're going to excel. And I know from past experience that when my back went against the wall, when no one believed in me, when no one said I can do this, even the doctors, this wasn't supposed to, you guys right now, this is not supposed to be happening, had I believed the doctor. So if I let the fans or let the press and everyone else say, you're not going to win this fight, it's the same situation. I'm a man, and mentally, I cannot be defeated. Now, if the better man wins, it's not, God forbid, right? We're going to say God forbid because I believe 100% we're going to win the fight. But God forbid, if he wins, then, it won't because I'll be defeated mentally beforehand.
How about you're fighting for 4 belts? What does it feel like knowing all you've been through and now you're fighting for 4 belts in one fight?
For me, I just really feel like, the creator is really sculpting this amazing story in me. He's allowing me to have these great opportunities. And ever since I've been back, I've just been getting better and better and having greater opportunities. And this is the ultimate opportunity. And I really feel like if I can grab this victory, man, it just would be the perfect ending to the amazing story that I was able to have.
Usually when we hear the announcement of Triple G's opponents, there's a lot of critique, but instead the critique for you has been more the duration that it took to make the fight and not actually the fighter. So do you echo the public's opinion that you are as tough as Test to date, since you are a true middleweight?
I would believe, and I think he's quoted before and said that this is definitely his toughest test to date, but it's all on paper, You never know what happens in the middle of the ring once the bell actually rings. But I've tried my best not to get into all that things. I just wanted to make sure that the business side, the business aspect was right before we stepped in the ring because we risk our lives in this square ring for people's entertainment. We want to make sure that the people we're fighting for, we get compensated accordingly. And that's really what it is because before this fight actually got mandated, I called Triple G out and I said I wanted to fight him right after my last fight, and then weeks later it got mandated. So we always knew that this position and this opportunity would present itself, but we just wanted to make sure that everything else was right.